So Greece is like a European country made of islands. It has around 1,400 islands and almost 300 islands are inhabited. But they are very easy for the tourism. That is a big part of the Greek economy. And Greek's history is very known because of the wars with Italy and because of Alexandria. There is a lot of culture links there. In Greece, that's where the early advanced people started, and then all this knowledge spread to the rest of the Europe and Asia. When talking about politics, Greece is still like old school. There are a lot of laws that are so antiquated, but it's kind of still makes the Greece keep their legacy, because when you think about Greece, you think about their old stuff and the architecture and the things that they really keep there in Greece. So there isn't what I'm about to say about it, but it's something like this, I guess.
And they contribute to the legacy in society, not to the laws.
It's a parliamentary republic, and each president is chosen by the parliament in around 5 years, I guess. But there isn't like anything that stands out of its politics.
Okay, great.
And once you asked me to talk about economy, once I didn't have like the most interesting economy, I chose like tourism.
Tourism?
Because it's like a very strong point in Greece.
Mm-hmm.
Around, I guess, 16% of the Greek's total GDP is because of tourism, and it employs almost 70% of the total workforce. So it's really important to Greece's economy, the tourism. And it's like once it's a beautiful country. I think that in 2004, Chinese people voted and Greece won as their #1 choice for tourism.
Cool.
Because it's really beautiful, and in 2005, I guess, more than 6 million people has visited the city of Athens, the capital city.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2006, Austria, like China, voted Greece as their favorite tourism destination. So it's a country really focused on tourism.
Mm-hmm. Could you point out some tourist attractions that we can find out? Do you remember some of them?
I guess like the Mount Olympus, that is very known, and it's like the highest mountain in Greece, I guess. And the islands, as I said, there's a lot of boats. You can go to the islands because it's really like exotic. It's cool. And I don't know, I think that the landscapes and the cities, because they are like all, the houses are like old, they're very old, so everything is like retro there. It's really cool. I guess that's what really attracts the people in Greece.
Okay, very good. Nice. What else? Now, what is the next step that you're going to talk about?
Immigration.
Immigration.
Yes, because like Greece, they have a really strong politics about immigration, so it's really hard to become a legal immigrant in Greece.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's 7% of the population are from immigrants, but like 2/3 of them are from European immigrants, because it's really hard for immigrants from other parts of the world to become legal.
Mm-hmm.
So Greece is considered the illegal getaway from Europe, because there are a lot of immigrants then, but most of them are illegal, and it's really hard to control them.
Yes, why it's so hard to control?
Because there are a lot of laws, so it's really hard to become legal.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody is illegal, I guess, not because they want to, but it's hard to.
Yeah, there isn't any kind of surveillance in the country, any kind of.
Yeah, I think there is, but once there are a lot of coastlines, it's hard to keep on watching all the coastlines.
Everyone that transpass the border.
Yes.
Okay, very cool. Okay, keep going.
The next subject I don't remember well.
What is that?
The immigrants, I got sports.
Sports.
Because like when you say about sports, Greece, they host the first modern Olympic Games, and they have like this traditional excellence in sports. They have a lot of, they really focus on sports there. They have a lot of very creative sports like cricket, handball, water polo, and even soccer. Where only in this cup in 2010 in South Africa that they made their first goal, and they win the first time in a World Cup.
Yeah.
Because they really have a.
And they were eliminated yesterday.
Yes. Because they really focus on the older sports and like, I don't remember well, but it was like the Olympic Games, Greece is very strong, but now it's like the most modern sports like basketball and soccer. They kind of suck at that,
but they contribute to a very important legacy that is the Olympic Games.
Yes.
They will. And wait, it's going to be held, the Olympic Games in Brazil.
Yes.
Again, 2012, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I guess so.
2000.
Cool. What do you think about it? Bringing some sports to Brazil.
I think it's gonna help the culture because Brazil, like we don't play like the most popular sports like soccer, basketball, and swimming. I guess we don't have like a traditional of other sports, so I hope it brings this curiosity to play the other sports.
It will develop the country.
Yes.
It will contribute to all the fields.
Yes.
Cool. What else, Carol?
I guess the last thing I'm going to talk about is like mythology, because Greek mythology is really cool to see, it's really interesting, because there are like a whole of gods, goddesses, heroes, and other mythical creatures. And they were part of the religion, and they were made to explain a lot of facts that maybe science couldn't explain in the ancient times.
Do you remember some Greek gods that you could point out? Among them, the most important one.
Athens, and Athens is also the capital city of Greece, so you can see that mythology is really strong there. There are like Poseidon, Zeus, they're the most known, and yes, and the mythology was part of the religion, and they still like teach in schools mythology to keep the tradition alive. And
that's very nice.
And the mythology, it influenced even like Western population, language, art, culture, because it was really strong. And it was basically made to explain facts that science couldn't explain in the ancient times, even the origin of the world. And it was very told like oral, poetic, in the Greece. But today, mythology is part of Greek's literature because of the technology. And I think they kind of lost the tradition of speaking, of telling stories, so they just kept everything on literature. So they can really keep the tradition alive, I guess. That's the most important thing.
Great. Nice. Something that we can stand out from, culture, literature, all the things.
Yes.
Hey, cuisine, do you remember something about cuisine? No, you skip it because it's something that doesn't outstand. The sports you have already talked about. The mythology, among the things, armed forces.
And there are more mythology
in the last pages. Okay. You have a whole thing about it. Why did you choose Greece to talk about? Carol, what was the reason for it?
I guess that's because when we think about Greece, so we like automatically think about the mythology, like the architecture and the tourism, and I think it's really interesting. And I kind of want to be original because I didn't think much people choose Greece yet.
Yeah, and first hand, I thought that you were going to choose the US. No, because you are famous, no? For California, you appreciate so much this country, but you got surprised because it's difficult. It's not easy to talk about a country that comes a legacy from the past. And you remind us, bringing about the mythology. This is a kind of history class. No, this is interesting. It's difficult to talk about this country in front of your parents, for sure.
Yes.
But you do it very nice. Okay, that's all. This is the whole presentation. Okay, everybody can clap for her if you want. A presentation for you, Carol. All right. What do I have to say? I have to say that she speaks fluently, of course. Now she has a very good accent. Now this is something important. You're standing from another student. I hope that next year you come here to keep up your studying proficiency with us. It is a pleasure to have all your relatives, including your daughter, now for sure, your mom and your father here. It's a pleasure. It will be nice. It's a happy moment for us. Okay, thank you so much. And I hope that she keeps studying English. Okay? Let's go over. Thank you. This is a shame when I told you.